This Tarot insight for January 25th through 31st is a wake-up call to notice our power as individuals. Welcome to my Thursday Tarot Insight. I'm Stephanie and I'm an intuitive energy reader. I pull one Tarot card each Thursday that highlights and harnesses the collective energy. And I talk about how we can drop into this energy as individuals and utilize it to bring more awareness and ease into our lives. So the card I pulled this week is the Brother Earth, grounding in dynamic energy. This card really piggybacks on what we looked at last week in the Sister Fire card. What is driving us? You, on a spirit level. And like I said last week, sometimes in order to change, we need to be faced with extremes. In order to change and put into action different, new, and expansive dynamic change, we need to be faced with dynamic and extreme circumstances. And we're asking ourselves, where is our free will in how we move forward in integrity as a collective and as individuals? This card is about grounded awareness and grounding ourselves and our energy down into the physical, even in the midst of chaos. When we don't know anything, but we feel everything and are getting swept up energetically. And believe me, it is happening to all of us, even if we aren't immersed in the outside stimulation of news and current world events. The energy is strong and it is being felt by all of us. So I'm not talking about bypassing here. This card is underlying how important it is to continually and regularly connect with what's real. We are humans on this earth. This is a fact we can all agree on, and we can ground down into this earth and into the energy of our bodies, into the energy of the earth, in order to stabilize ourselves, stabilize our energetic field, in order to stabilize some part of ourselves amidst the chaos, amidst not just the chaos, amidst like the fiery, warlike Aries vibrations that are happening all around us and honestly inside of us as well. The earth in this tarot deck is equivalent to the pentacles and is about our physical reality, the physical. And this card, the Brother Earth, is really highlighting for us to learn and embrace that we are these dynamic and spiritual beings having these dynamic, real, grounded earthly experiences. So let's not forget that. Let's not forget that we are of spirits and we are living in this earth and we are learning constantly how to navigate that. And in these times, we are learning a lot about having to navigate that. It's in our faces. We are being asked to step in and take responsibility, and on an individual level. Responsibility, not just like joining the crowd, joining the energy, joining the dynamic. This may have worked before, but now we are breaking out of this dynamic, of this structure, of this pattern. And we're being asked to answer this question: what is the truth for us? We are being asked to tap into our spirit, tap into the fact that we are living spirits in these bodies. We are not just group mentality all the time. This lesson is not going to stop presenting itself to us. This lesson is for us to learn. This lesson is here as a gift. It's part of our evolution, part of our growth as a collective and as individuals. And it's our responsibility to tap into this part of ourselves, this reality of ourselves, that we are spirits in these bodies, to accept it energetically, fully and wholly. This card, Brother Earth, shows us that we are connected physically to the earth, and we also have our spiritual selves or angelic connection with these wings. And this card also really shows us that we are guided by dynamism, whether that's within ourselves or outside of ourselves. So this is not good or bad. It's not one way or the other. It's both. It's dark and light, good and bad, both sides of the spectrum. So when I looked up the definition and meaning of the word dynamism, this is what it says. 1, the quality of being characterized by vigorous activity and progress, or the theory that phenomena of matter or mind are due to the action of forces rather than to motion or matter. So we can be guided by dynamism that's just dynamic, that strong energy that we see around us. We can be guided by our own inner dynamism, which is our certainty in our opinions, who we are, what we think, what drives us beyond explanation, our desires that stem from places that we can't really understand or know their origin per se. So in these dynamic times, what are we tuning into? Our own light, our own truths, or others' truths that are strong enough for us to follow, or others' truths that are strong enough to push us against. There's no right or wrong here. It's just a time that is asking for a lot of awareness. In order to have a lot of awareness when things are moving so quickly, so chaotically, so actively right now outside of ourselves, is to ground ourselves down into something real. And this is the simple act that can be a little bit challenging of a practice currently. This is the act of grounding. So what does this grounding look like as a collective? This grounding can really look like being with those that support you, being with those whom you support, being in a group or groups that feel good and supportive, and you might not have that, and that's okay. Other ways that this can show up collectively is being with books, music, comedies, sad shows, etc., that feed our connection in some way if we don't have that community that we feel we belong to. Again, there's no right or wrong here. One of the most powerful ways to ground is to get really still and quiet. This can be sitting down for 5 to 10 minutes, closing your eyes and tuning into your breath, allowing your breath to move in and out and just focusing your awareness there. From there, you can move on to create a grounding cord. Begin to notice your energetic field. You can take this process into a deepening. You can deepen this as much as you want for yourselves. You could follow a guided meditation, but at least it is just important to close your eyes. Stop and turn your awareness internally to something that's real. Your breath, you. There's a lot of noise going on right now, and this process of grounding is imperative to keep ourselves somewhat sane, actually. So if you don't have a practice like this, please reach out to me. I will post a guided short meditation here where you can get started, and then you can riff off of it as you please. It's very helpful sometimes to have a guided walkthrough a few times to get your mind out of the way. We are connected. And we're connected above and we're connected below. And in the middle sits us. It's our breath that sits in the middle. Our heart sits here, our heart space, all the things that we are wanting to connect to that are real right now because we're seeing so much garbage out there. So the last thing I really want to say about this is it's not easy. There's nobody out there having an easy time of all this breaking down that we're seeing on multiple levels. So take your time in between the things that you do to stop. There's a lot of movement. So we have to step up and be responsible for ourselves or our pausing in between the things. And if you do anything, that would be what I would recommend, taking the pauses in between. Okay, I'm sending lots of love and awareness to each and every one of you. And as an intuitive energy reader, I sense and reflect energy beyond physical space, including through the written exchange. So I'm offering my January year ahead tarot reflection inspired by this process that I've been doing. It's a 3-card spread shared as a detailed email, and it's reading where you are now, where you're going, and what wants your focus as the year unfolds. So this isn't about fixing or forecasting. It's about creating space for what's already present to come into clearer focus. This offering is available on a sliding scale, and I'm starting the base price is $55. This will be open to the end of January, so just a couple more days. And if this feels supportive for where you are right now, just comment below the word tarot, Tarot, and I'll connect with you. As always, I'm sending lots of love and awareness. I will see you next week.